Many people think that all kinds of sex are of similar risk for the transfer of STDs, but they are of all different risks. Oral sex, in general, is the least likely for the transfer of STDs. Next up after oral sex is vaginal sex, and last and the most risky being anal sex. There is a misconception about oral sex in many places that it cannot actually transfer STDs. However, this is, as I said, a misconception, and it still can cause the transfer of STDs. Vaginal sex is more risky than oral sex because the vagina is moist and has a certain precarious balance of bacteria that is a perfect breeding ground for STDs. Anal sex is the most risky because there can be tearing, and with tearing comes blood, and STDs are transferred through blood. All it takes to prevent all this is putting on a condom. So come on, guys, don't be silly. Cover your willy.
Oral sex. The risks of oral sex are real. However, the likelihood of an STD is much less compared to vaginal and anal sex. However, the chances of getting or giving an STD can be lowered by using a condom or dental dam. STDs can be spread in the mouth or throat from giving oral sex to a partner with a genital or anal/rectal infection. STDs can also be spread to the penis and possibly to the vagina, anus, or rectum from receiving oral sex from a partner with a mouth or throat infection. The STDs can be easily cured with antibiotic medicines.
Vaginal sex carries the highest risk of pregnancy of all sexual practices. Although there are many ways of preventing pregnancy, it also has the second highest risk of contracting STIs. Condoms are generally the best way to prevent both of these, but it does not fully eliminate the risk. If used improperly or somehow broken, condoms can be left ineffective. You must also take into consideration it is much easier for a female to contract STIs than males through vaginal sex. This is due to more fluids and surface area exposed to the female than male. Vaginal sex is still the most practiced sex in the world and the natural way of reproduction.
Anal sex. Anal sex may make a person more susceptible to bacterial infection around the anus and rectum. Unlike the vagina, the tissues of the anus are not as stretchy, which means the anus can easily tear. If it does tear, then it won't heal as fast because feces that pass through the anus contain a lot of bacteria, and any tear is at risk of getting infected. Tears of the anus might lead to some other problems like transmission of STIs, sexually transmitted infections, and HIV. This is why unprotected anal sex is riskier than unprotected oral or vaginal sex.